I know what you're thinking. And no, I'm not Boyd Coddington. I'm Doug. Welcome to the first episode of Hot Rods by Doug.
Come on, man!
Like Boyd Coddington, I love hot rods. And on this channel, we're going to dip into some hot rod stuff and some truck stuff and probably a little bit of everything else. I got some small projects, some big projects, so hopefully you guys will stick around. With that being said, let's go ahead and pull in the first project and get started. So one of the first shows we're going to go to is Rod Run down in Pigeon Forge. It's April 16th through the 17th, and we usually take this little golf cart with us, and it has been absolutely great. It is battery powered. It's got 8 batteries. This is a 2005 California Roadster. We had it down at Shades of the Past last year, and we noticed that the back wheel bearing was starting to wobble, so that'll be the first thing that we get fixed on this thing before we get ready to go. You can kind of see the wheel's got a little wobble to it. So we're gonna go ahead and get that wheel popped off. That was easy. So we ended up having to get a puller for that because I couldn't get that off for some reason. So now that we got it off, now we just got to get the axle or the wheel bearing out and replace it. Well, after looking at it a little more, it looks like we have a chunk missing out of our axle where there was a key, and this key looked like it probably went here. And that's why the wheel probably was about to fall off, because the axle, it looks pretty tight, but we're gonna go ahead and pull it out. We're gonna have to get a new one or fix this one. Now we took this clip out here, and now we're gonna slide the whole axle out by using the hub, because the threads are on this are not in the axle like on a vehicle. So let's see if this works. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. So you can see here, we have a chunk missing out of our axle. The wheel bearing itself looks to be fine. But I think we're gonna have to get this fixed, weld it back up, have it milled down, or just get a whole new axle. All right, so it's been a couple days and we had to get some parts welded and machined, and we got that taken care of. So now we got the key back in here. We had to have this welded back up and then machined back down so that this will fit over there snugly and not have too much play in it. So now we're gonna take this and try to get this put back in here today and hopefully have this thing about wrapped back up on that. We still have to drop the rear end back out of it to fix it from leaking, but that's a different issue, and we'll worry about that once we get this put back together. Now we got to put this ring back in. The old needle nose here. Oh boy. I see myself getting smacked in the face. On the first try, look at that. We still don't have brake pads put back on. We are working on getting new ones, but we can get this wrapped up. A little grease on that, help that slide on and off a little easier. But we'll at least get this put back on to make sure that this issue is taken care of. Got just a little bit of play in it, but it's because we had to make all them parts ourselves that she has a little play in it. All right, so we got the wheels back on. We're gonna let it back off the jack stands. It's raining right now. It's actually cold today. We got the heater going. So hopefully we can get this thing out, take it for a ride, and we'll bring it back in and we'll pull this wheel back off, and we got to drop the rear end back out, put the brake shoes on this side, and then she'll be good to go.